Hey guys, this is Turamako, and we are covering Perfect Blue. While this has spoilers in it, let me say that this is not a Perfect Blue explain video. All those scenes that had you scared, confused, and traumatized, yeah, I am not going to explain all of those. But today, what I will attempt to do is explain how Perfect Blue promotes the idea of being anti Avatar and how that is relevant today. Just to summarize, Perfect Blue is a psychological thriller that centers around protagonist Mima Kirigo. Mima is a singer, a part of the pop idol group called Cham, that decides to leave the group and pursue a career in acting. As she makes these drastic changes to her image, she spurs the wrath of ultra-obsessive fan Meme Mania and her manager, Rumi Hidaka. My first point is how Perfect Blue deals with the idea of cognitive dissonance, which is described as a state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes relating to behavioral decisions and attitude changes. We see this shift happens when Mima agrees to do a rape scene in the drama Double Bind. She doesn't really want to do it, but she believes this is the only way the world will take her more seriously as an actor. This is a turning point in the movie. With the combination of men jeering at her, the bright lights, and the pseudo physical act of being taken advantage of, Mima zones out, mixing the fake rape scene with reality. Mima is trying to convince everyone around her that she is really okay. But when she goes home to see that her fish are dead, she loses it. In a rage, she flips her room upside down because she knows she violated herself by doing something she didn't really want to do. Hence, her alter ego is born out of this emotional and mental stress. One thing I really appreciated about this movie was the reflection shots. Mima is constantly being shown in a mirror to juxtapose who she believes herself to be and who she actually is. Mima's alter ego is born because Mima doesn't truly know which Mima is her true self. If her true self is a pop idol, then she made a mistake, making it impossible to go back to Chan because of her new reputation. If she actually is Mima, the actress, then she is now this weak and dirty woman who will do anything to secure a job. On top of that, the alter ego is constantly talking junk, flying through the air, and harassing her at random windows. And then we have Mimania, who swears he knows Mima like the back of his hand. His diary entries have such strong thoughts about Mima that she questions who she really is. In order to combat cognitive dissonance, you have to have a strong sense of self. When you don't, it gives others the opportunity to literally speak on your life. While the scenes where Mima is going in and out of reality can seem somewhat exaggerated, the same can happen when you're telling yourself one thing but doing another. After the rape scene, she continues to do things that don't line up with her core values. While Rumi was the one murdering people, the victims serve as an extension of Mima's anger and frustration at her exploitation. Mima didn't kill anyone, but because of her unchecked emotions, it made it easier for her to believe that she did. My second and last point, we are not our avatars. An avatar is described as an icon or figure representing our particular person. We become familiar with Mima's avatar in the beginning scenes. From the start, she's propped as the pop idol Mima, this young, pretty, and innocent pop idol. In the following scenes, we see her as the ordinary Mima, who has an overcrowded apartment, shops for groceries like the rest of us, and has fish she barely feeds. This is the avatar versus the self. The third component to this triangle is the audience. The avatar cannot survive without the audience, and Mimania symbolizes the audience perfectly. The avatar creates a platform for the audience. These are behaviors, habits, mannerisms that attract the audience. And it's the audience's attraction to the avatar's initial or similar viewpoints that keep the avatar alive. Mimania has this idea of Mima that he just can't let go of. As Mima ditches the ultra good girl look, instead of acknowledging her transition, he buckles down on this image of her, further isolating her from her true self. The audience, Mimania, believes that the avatar not only has an obligation to the audience, but a sense of ownership. We should never get to a point in life where our avatars or audiences are running the show. By the third quarter, Mima is down bad. We cannot differentiate between her lines from the drama and the scenes from her life. While she is getting weaker, the alter ego is getting stronger. As Mima continues to question herself, the alter ego is becoming more certain that she is her own Mima. By the end of the movie, Rumi and Mimania team up to take out Mima once and for all, claiming they are killing the fake Mima so the real Mima can come out. This attempt ultimately fails as Mima finds out that Rumi was pulling the strings all along, believing herself to be the real Mima. In the dramatic finale, Rumi welcomes her clapping audience, which happens to be an oncoming truck. Mima sees this and goes to save her, leaving them both injured. Now, The chances of this playing out in real life is slim, but today, thousands of people are living proxy to their avatars, going broke, becoming depressed, unaliving themselves because they cannot live up to their avatars, living for a virtual audience when you should really be living for the life that you have in front of you. We are not our avatars. We are just people. And as people, we are entitled to change, grow, and walk away when things no longer serve us. Perfect Blue was a real gym to watch, not only for the fact it was able to creep me out to the point I left my house, or the intense fragmentation scenes, but how jarringly close the repercussions of prioritizing avatars are hitting so close to home. I don't think we are meant to be subjected to the eyes and opinions of thousands of people on any given day. As much as we believe we are so interconnected, the opposite is happening to us. The avatars that we create for everyone's consumption is not entirely who we are. In fact, becoming who other people want us to be can be disingenuous to ourselves, can lead to mental health problems. Therefore, Perfect Blue offers solid commentary on our current age of avatars and how it affects us. This is Turamako, and I promise you, you'll be okay.